Hello everyone, Hawky here, back with another Sword of Convallaria video. So back again on Hocari's account. Server top 3 Triss, so 5-star Triss. I'm going to compare between Diffusing Prism versus Flames of the Feelers. I still don't recommend this, but we'll just see how much better it is at optimal conditions. We're doing Roaring Flint, Justice as well. That puts her at base 10 plus 30 here, 40% crit. Attacking targets with DOT, 60% crit, plus Justice, so 75% crit here. So let's do a comparison here on the dummy map. Remember, her base magic attack is 4294. So what we're going to do at the start is we're going to move, taking advantage of the sword and wand. We're going to do Roaring Flint on 6 of these dummies. So they're going to take DOT, except for the one at the back. The one at the back does have Frostfire weakness, but because he's not on grass, he doesn't take the DOT and everything. So only 6 dummies take the DOT. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through with the Hailstorm and also hit these 7 dummies. So let me slow this down and see what sort of damage we're doing. Okay, we did not... We did miss some crits there. But we need to really go in depth and calculate the damage from these dummies, right? And then they go to full health as well. Is it all of them on full health?
I'll clear the way.
And then extra hit there. So let's analyze it. Roaring Flint, we got the damage. And the first hit of Hailstorm. We did miss some crits, but the crit's going to be 10k. 10651. So after the Hailstorm, it triggers the Rhythm of Frostfire twice. So if we look closely, after that hit, right? 5929, and we see this doubled up on some of these. Some of them didn't hit the crit, like this 4089, but for example, this left side dummy, 5929 twice. Which makes sense, right? We did like 90k to like, what, 11 enemies or something. But yeah, some of them just didn't crit. So after this, they take DOT. So the back one only took the Frostbite. And then these ones take the Scorch, so 3320, and then the minor Frostbite. And then they all take it. And then they basically take it the next turn as well in round 2. 3320. Yeah, so it just doubles up. And then we move into turn 2. So remember when I said they take extra damage from dying? So only that one is dying. The rest look fine, right? So if we look at this one, all these are they're not injured or dying. It's only the one at the back. And then we're just going to move 3 tiles again. Look at our attack. We lost a little bit because we didn't move. So we're going to come in here and attack these ones. So maybe I'll slow it down and get the Firestorm going.
Get ready for some magic fireworks.
Okay, hit some crits. Bunch of Rhythm of Frostfire. And then they're going to take DOT again, right? So we really need to calculate all that damage coming through. Okay.
I'll clear the way.
So remember, we're just counting the crits. So 27113 here. And then Rhythm of Frostfire. So some of these aren't too accurate. So the ones we want to look at is these two. 4941. Remember, we did crit on these back ones. So that's why they took a little bit more. The 6423. There's some DOT damage to figure out. So initially it takes a 3320. We know that's from Scorch. And also take note of the total damage on the right, 280,815. And then we take 3 DOT at once. So we can also calculate the difference as well. So 6,937. We have another instance of Scorch. So we'll just say add 3320. And then we could see the number behind it, which is 2261. The 2261 is Ignition. And then the very last number is 1356. And we know this from the turn before, that is our minor frostbite. And then we can just keep spamming the damage. But yeah, that is our calculations there. So first turn, like remember we're counting this on, we're assuming what? On one enemy. And we're assuming that we're hitting all crits. We're only taking like all the crit numbers. So 37, almost 38k for turn 1. Turn 2, we got more of the like DOT setting up, so that's 47k. So total over 2 turns, 85k against a single target if you're doing all the AoE stuff. And now we're going to equip Flames of the Feelers, so that's 4279 attack. And we'll do the same setup as before, right? So we'll do Roaring Flint, throw it at the middle, 4979, and that's our attack. And then we also look at the enemies. What do the dummies have? 210 Scorch, Frostfire Weakness, and it's always just the dummy at the back who is not Scorched because they're not on grass. And then we'll go back with doing our Hailstorm here again and slow it down a bit.
Take that.
Okay, we missed some crits there. And then we start taking some of the DOT, which I'll just speed up as well. Okay. And then turn 2, they take some DOT. The ones that got crit basically
I'll clear the way.
revive, and that hits again. Oh, I forgot to add this Hailstorm second hit for Diffusing Prism. Okay, alright. Okay, back on the signature. So first hit was 11088. And then the Rhythm of Frostfire hits twice for 5337. Okay. Then we've got the Scorch, 3320. And then 1304 for the Minor Frostbite. And then turn 2, they get the Scorch and Minor Frostbite as well. And then we'll hit again with the second Hailstorm. And we're counting the 6756 because remember these were dying. The 8782 ones, they were dying. So remember they were taking like the DOT, they all died, but the ones we didn't crit, they were dying. They didn't revive. That's very interesting. That puts our turn 1 lower than Diffusing Prism. We're hitting like 36k versus their 38k. Our Hailstorm is lower as well. We'll make up the difference with the Firestorm though. So if I move here and then I do Firestorm on these bunch here, and we can only really count on, I mean they're all full health, so it doesn't matter, right? Because these ones, they're not dying as well. Minor Frostbite. How about these ones? Yeah, I think everyone is, all the dummies are worth calculating now. So let's pass this Firestorm.
Get ready for some magic fireworks.
Okay, 28k. Huge Rhythm of Frostfire. And then we'll take a bunch of DOT. Okay. I think that hit a lot harder, right? Compared to Diffusing Prism.
I'll clear the way.
So we can't count the back dummy. So this is 28k, 229 there. And now this damage's a bit hard to figure out because some of them are taking extra damage when they're dying. So I think the like 5-7 and then 5-3. The non-dying damage is this one, right? 4-4-4-8 twice for Rhythm of Frostfire. This one already took one as well, but didn't crit. Okay, let's go with that. And then we look at the DOT again, 3320. So what's that? 2173 and then 1304 for the Minor Frostbite. Okay, that puts us at 90k. Like, our initial AoEs are doing better with the signature, right? Like, 11k versus 10.6k, 28k versus 27k. It's the Rhythm of Frostfire which is losing out. The Rhythm of Frostfire with the Hailstorm, it didn't kill them. So this would have been doing extra damage when they were injured, right? And then we compare with the signature. Like, it was doing damage when it was injured as well. 5337. But shouldn't we be doing more when we're triggering Rhythm of Frostfire? I don't get it. Okay, I'm just going to overcap our crit with Coco. It's going to give us a little bit of crit damage, but whatever. And we'll play with Diffusing Prism, right? So this is going to be an extra 15% crit damage. And then we'll just do like, you know, Iron Pot Stew. Then we get all the buffs. And then we'll go in, Roaring Flint. And yeah, let's compare this. So going straight with the Hailstorm. Everything crit. And then they get the DOT. Okay. Take all the DOT. And then we'll get the second Hailstorm. And then we'll go in with the middle with Firestorm.
Get ready for some magic fireworks.
Okay. Like, what is the overall damage from all this? Since we already maxed out the crit, right? So it's 653,995. And then let's do the same with her signature. Okay, so same setup, right? Iron Pot Stew.
True friend.
And then we'll go in with the Roaring Flint. Yeah, why does Roaring Flint also deal less damage? Isn't it just based on the HP of the dummies? Okay, huge crit. Okay, take all the DOT. Stand by. Hailstorm again. And then we'll go with the Firestorm here.
Get ready for some magic fireworks.
All the crit numbers. I mean, we can't really take... Some of them will be like injured and dying, so there'll be a bit of a difference.
More than words can say.
609. What if we verse a single enemy? Like, Diffusing Prism is going to be reduced by 10%, yeah? And then we just go, like, straight for Hailstorm. Stand by.
Clear the way. Get ready for some magic fireworks.
Okay. And how much damage do we do on this 2-turn combo? 118. And then let's try with the signature on the single target. I feel like this should be more, yeah?
Take that.
Imagine this was less as well.
I'll clear the way.
Okay, and then
Get ready for some
Firestorm.
magic fireworks.
Okay, 2-turn
You
combo.
protected us all. That means more than words
115. Like, how is that less? Even with, like, hitting a single boss. Is it because I'm diluting this 40% crit damage by running Justice instead of, like, Magician? And I'm running, like, Roaring Flint instead of, like, Field of Justice or Bloodluckside Amulet? Okay, what if I run the Diffusing Prism with this Magician here? And then I'll get 20% crit from Divine Grace instead as well. So I teleport Divine Grace closer to the boss. So this should still all be crits, yeah?
Take that.
Okay. Stand by.
I'll clear the way.
Alright, and then
Get ready
Firestorm.
for some magic fireworks.
Okay. Like, how much damage is this?
You protected us all. That means more than words can say.
121k. Okay, let's try Divine Grace with the signature this time.
Enough.
And we got Magician as well.
I'll clear the way.
Okay. And
Get
then
ready for some
Firestorm.
magic fireworks.
Stand by. And then we end turn. 119. Wait, looking back on the video, how did I miss this crit? This 34k crit? Like, if I roll back,
I'll clear the way.
Triss should have enough crit here. You know, base 10, right? Then we have 30, so 40%. We're attacking targets with dot, so 60%. We got the crit 2, 90. And we got the crit command. These stack, right? 90% crit. And then plus the 20 here, 110. There should be no reason we're not critting.
Get ready for some magic fireworks.
Yeah. And like the boss does have
I'll
DOT.
clear the way.
Like we made sure of that. Has the Scorch, has the DOT. Yeah, even with the Diffusing, I wasn't critting either. Unless it's an issue against like the single target boss. Okay, let's try Diffusing with crit support. We've got Divine Grace and Hocari here. So we'll hit the same middle enemies. And then go with Hailstorm.
Enough.
Okay. All the DOT. Stand by. DOT again.
I'll clear the way.
How did she miss crit on that? How did she miss crit? Did you guys see? We missed crit. It like...
Get ready for some magic fireworks.
It should still stack. I should be counting this, right? Yeah, alright. I'll count this in both instances. Alright. What's that at? 753. Okay, let's try this with Flames of the Feelers. So if we go... Roaring Flint. I just remembered when I was doing this just before, I didn't move. Okay, I won't move this time as well. I was so like annoyed that how we missed the crit that I forgot to move. It was the second hit of Hailstorm, right? Okay. And then we'll do Firestorm here. And then stand by. Turn 3. Hopefully this does give us more damage. Because we're on the Magician, yeah? What's the damage on this? 751. Yeah, no reason I should have missed that crit with Diffusing Prism. Divine Grace gives us 20, we got Coco buff. I have no idea. I feel like this is bugged. Like looking at all these comparisons, well, I think our biggest one was the when we went really full in death on, like we were zooming, it was 100% crit, no extra crit damage. And that was saying our Diffusing Prism was 3% higher. Like it was what, 1% higher on turn 2. Turn 1 was 5% higher. Then we were doing the 2 turns of Coco. And somehow Diffusing Prism was 7% higher. Single target, it was like 1%. And when we were doing the AoE with the crit support, I mean, it was basically the same. Either way, I feel like, what is the point? What is the point of Flames of the Fearless? Unless we go like super hyper buffed up. Is that really going to change anything? Go with Diffusing Prism. Feels so unfortunate. I feel like the single target this one, the single target testing, I don't know what's happening, but we were missing the crits on the Firestorm. Maybe there was some sort of bug, but there should be no way we're missing those crits, yeah? Actually, I thought another way to test this. That shouldn't inflict...
I'll clear the way.
Yeah, didn't debuff the boss. And then we'll just go with the raid order, right? So 100% crit, so there's no way we should miss crit, yeah? And then we running Diffusing Prism. And then we'll move 2, okay. Alright, we'll move 2. Whatever.
Take that.
Hailstorm.
I'll clear the way.
Does my Firestorm miss the crit?
Some magic fireworks.
Come,
Wait, why is there white?
essence.
Yeah, that's 34k. It's in white. Does that mean we didn't crit? So that was 129,831. I feel like if we're not seeing the crit number there,
You've crossed the wrong
and it's in
source.
I'll clear
white,
the way.
it probably means that it's a display bug, right? Because not even raid order is guaranteeing the crit. Or like, I mean, not showing the like, you know, the orange
I'll
crit
clear the
number.
way. Get ready for some magic fireworks.
Yeah, see?
Come,
White number there.
times of the essence.
You
And then-
protected us all. That
What's
means
that?
more than words can
129,901. Actually, I think with the raid order, I was hitting a little bit more than Diffusing Prism. I mean, we weren't doing the DOT, right? I think that might be the issue, right? I didn't wait for the DOT damage. So, yeah, no point using the signature. What do you guys think? I just can't really find or calculate how Flames of Fearless will be better than Diffusing Prism. Maybe I missed something. But anyway, I'll leave that there for now. I'll see you guys next time.